Have you ever seen Field of Dreams?
The one is that the one with that's about baseball, right?
Yeah.
Is it the one with the ghosts?
I think that's Ghostbusters.
No, I'm not thinking of Ghostbusters.
I don't know. I know that I have not seen it. I know that much.
It is Field of Dreams. It is. I searched up baseball movie with ghosts, and the first result is Field of Dreams.
Well, that's why I'm not Google, so obviously that's not my results. Anyway, they had this MLB game played in this Field of Dreams, which is basically like a baseball field in the middle of a cornfield in Iowa. And so they were kind of going through, obviously I've never seen it, but they're kind of playing some clips and whatnot. One of the big quotes from the movie is presumably one of the ghosts goes, "Is this heaven?" And then the other guy goes, "No, this is Iowa," which is meant to be like a good thing, I think. But it's a pretty sick burn, honestly, which I think that people from Nebraska need to be using a little bit more, I think.
Yeah. That is a good point.
Is this heaven? Not even a little bit.
No. You are so far off right now. It's not even funny.
Just head a little bit west and you'll get there.
Hello, everybody. That's right. I am introducing the episode because Nathan dared me to do it.
That's right.
Welcome back.
We are continuing the DARE program here.
Yep.
We are pro DARE.
You might remember that one.
Yeah, exactly. The DARE Lion is kind of our enforcer, and luckily no enforcing is needing to be had here today.
Yep, Nathan took that job on all by himself. So we are on episode 11. Is that correct?
I think so. I don't know. My note says episode 10.
Pretty high up there.
But I think I just didn't update it yet.
Yep. I'm pretty sure we did that one already.
Yeah, we could redo it. So I'm not sure.
Episode 10, part 2.
Exactly. We keep going. 10.1, 10.2. Keep going.
Yeah,
keep going.
I mean, that would help with the counting for sure, because we are getting up there.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much farther I can go.
Dude, we missed a real opportunity. We should have done episode X, kind of going along with all the cell phones and then jumping around.
Oh, that would have been so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I actually can change it right now.
Was there an iPhone 9?
No.
Didn't they? Yeah, they skipped. We should have done that too.
We should have
skipped episode 9.
Are we going to straight to episode X? Should we skip 11? Let's just go straight to 12. No, let's not do that.
Welcome back, everybody. Nathan's making me intro the episode
again.
This is episode 12, and no. All right.
If you can't tell, it's quite late. It is.
Oh, it is late. It actually is the next day from when we started recording.
Yeah, we did this weird thing where we just kind of started chatting and we never actually introed the episode. So now we're going back in.
Yep.
And so we've actually already talked about everything we're going to talk about, which is fun for us.
That is so weird because it's like we know everything that's going to happen before you do. Which would have been
spoiler
the case
alert!
Anyway.
Spoiler alert! You're not going to want to miss minute 39.
That one is a real doozy.
That is so good. The rest is skippable though, for sure.
Yeah, do not listen to the rest.
But without further ado,
episode 11.
I think the Midwestern rivalries are interesting because everyone from the Midwest is pretty amicable, pretty nice and whatnot. But just the hatred for other states in the Midwest is strong for sure.
You know, when I think about interstate rivalry, I don't know who is hating on like North Dakota and South Dakota.
Each other.
You think it's just between them?
I think so. Yeah.
We'll let them fight it out. I don't think I hate them, but I feel like they hate each other. So
that's the biggest. Yeah. That's the biggest. Like, I saw this map, which was like, which state hates each other's state. That's not. They described it better than that. It was basically whatever. It was color coded and all that. But there was one where it was like Minnesota hates Wisconsin, but Wisconsin hates Illinois. And it's like, that's a feels bad moment for Minnesota because like anytime where it's like your rival is indifferent to you, like that is so tough. It's like, dang, like I don't even care who you are. I don't know that map is necessarily accurate. I think Wisconsin and Illinois maybe do have some beef, but I think Wisconsin and Minnesota also are beefing, maybe, or cheesing, or one of the things. But yeah, on the map, it was 1-1 North Dakota, South Dakota. It's a lot of pairing up is what it is. But they're like, hey, we don't have a rival right now, so maybe do you want to kind of go into this with us?
You want to hit each other? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a friendly, I think a little friendly competition, a little friendly rivalry, a little friendly hatred doesn't hurt anybody. I think that helps.
You want to be rivals?
Keep things fresh. Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I'll make a map for it and everything. Who hates who? Nathan hates Ryan. Ryan hates Nathan. It's pretty straightforward, but dude, I've gotten pretty deep into map Instagram. Do you get these at all?
Map Instagram?
Yeah.
No.
Like on my explore page or whatever, I get a lot of these Instagram accounts.
I stay away from that.
Oh, yeah.
I stay away from the explore page.
That's, fair enough. That it'll drag you in, especially if they're giving you maps. But they're such interesting, like, it's such a bizarre niche, and maybe every niche is like this, but I feel like this one in particular, I saw there's a number of them. Like there's this one account that puts out this series called My Ideal Europe. And it's like redrawing the borders of European countries.
Why not?
And I'm like, okay, I guess. I don't get it though. I guess I'm not enough of a map nerd to understand what's going on, because you go through and it's like, and it's like, I like it because it says like not intended to offend anyone, but then they just like took Belgium off the map. So it's like, what? Like, how do people in Belgium feel about that?
Yeah.
I don't understand exactly, like, what is this being based off of? Just like, I feel like this is like, I've always thought Germany should just be a little bit smaller. I don't know.
Sure.
I've always wanted Switzerland to have just a little bit more in that Northwest region. It's like, what?
That reminds me of that. I forget what the name of it is, but it's like a town. I think it's in Washington. Yeah, it would be in Washington. That's just like, it would be. Yeah. And it's going to make sense when I say why.
Okay.
Because it's like, it's surrounded on all sides by water and Canada, but it's in the United States.
Okay.
So in order to like get to the rest of America, you have to take a boat or go through Canada.
Tough, yeah.
So it's like its own little exclave. Point Roberts is the name of it.
That would be in Washington. It would.
Anyway, if you're looking for a vacation destination,
that might be it.
Don't go there.
Yeah, if you're looking for a destination that's surrounded on 3 sides by water and 1 side by Canada, that's might be the only spot. I don't know. All I know is
Alaska.
I wouldn't go into Canada. That's for sure. Okay. Oh yeah, Alaska.
It's the first thing that comes to mind, but
I don't know.
You could make an argument that it's not, although that would be a faulty argument.
But like, people don't really go there to visit. Like, they wouldn't have like cruises or like wildlife to see there.
No.
Like, that wouldn't be fun.
No.
Like, I wouldn't want to go like maybe see the Northern Lights or something. Like, that wouldn't be what I want. Oh, I guess another update for you. I have enrolled in some urban planning courses, so that's exciting.
Oh, whoa.
That's exciting. We're switching up the fall schedule right as we're going.
What do you drop?
Nothing yet. Yeah, so right now I figure,
be able to handle that?
No, probably not. I don't know. Right now I have kept all the classes that I was signed up for and added more. And in fact, I tried to add more than they would allow. I tried to add 3 courses and they said, no, you've reached your limit. So they said you're done. And so I'm like, okay. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go the first week and see how I like them and then drop them, because you can get a refund. And so I can just test them out.
So you're going to drop them no matter what?
Only if I don't like them. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you didn't include that part. You just said I'm gonna go the first week and then drop them.
Yeah.
So I was, it's a free first week, I guess. But
yeah, exactly. Guys, it's been real. It's been real.
Yep.
You just get the Canvas
I
resources.
actually really like this course. And you
Yeah.
guys are great. But,
Dude, I wish I didn't have to do this, but I'm gonna drop.
Yeah.
So you don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this. There's so much more to
Like,
take classes for.
I know you want me to stay, but you don't have to lie to me. Like I have to go. Like I have to leave.
Guys, I know you're gonna miss me.
Mm.
Miss me. Now you gotta kiss me goodbye because I'm,
and then they
I am
actually
leaving.
kick you out for making them uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Say, please don't come back.
Please never show your face here again.
So we'll see. The additional class that I was trying to sign up for, but they didn't let me, is a Thursday only class. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go Monday, Tuesday. I'm gonna see how I'm feeling. If I'm not liking one or many of the classes, I'll drop them and then sign up for this Thursday class, and then maybe drop that too. So,
and then be right back where you started.
Yeah, exactly. Had a good go of it. Had a good run, and then we'll see what's going on. So,
hey, well, that's cool. I hope it goes well for you. I hope you don't drop all of them.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually dropping out of college. I wish I didn't have to do this, guys, but it was just a little bit too much for me.
Hope you kind of figure out what you want to do with your life.
Yeah, dude, same. That means a lot.
Yeah.
Now, so basically what I've decided is I'm actually going to go with the original plan of going into computer science, software engineering stuff.
Oh, wow. You actually decided that after 3 years of it?
Of doing it. Yeah.
Nice.
And whatnot,
smart.
taking some high school courses and whatnot. So yeah, we got that going on. That is if they give me a job. That's the big dependent kind of clause, if you will, the dependent variable. The independent variable is me choosing to go into computer science. I know how science experiments work, okay? And the dependent variable is whether or not they accept me into that.
Yeah. Sure. I would say, yeah. I'd say the dependent variable is pretty reliant on the independent variable.
It is, yeah.
In that, yeah. I'd say if you don't go into computer science, you're definitely not getting a job in computer science.
Well, hey, you never know. I mean, I could still get offers even if I don't apply anywhere. If I'm really that good.
You've been headhunted. Yeah, right out the bat.
I was more thinking the independence is me choosing to go into.
Yeah, you want to be
science.
like when you said independent variable, you're like you want to feel independent.
Yes.
So you're not relying on like other people or higher institutions of learning. In the same way.
Exactly. Yeah, I want to be independent from housing and the stability of a job, that sort of thing.
Energy bills.
And
utilities.
That is dependent on not getting any job offers. So we'll see. I've got another science experiment going on right now of sorts.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you growing? Knowledge.
Yeah, maybe I am. Yes, okay. I guess that would be ideal.
Nice.
But also facial symmetry is one of the things that I'm trying to grow.
Interesting.
So this is doesn't have any scientific backing. I didn't even do one Google search on if this is potentially going to work or not. So we'll see. But right now I'm doing this experiment where I'm trying. So for some context here, which this is going to be pretty important. Last year, I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I'm like, why is the left side of my face wider than the right side of my face?
Up with my face.
I went about 21 years.
So ugly.
Not noticing that. And I'm like, when did that happen? So that is kind of that's the discovery phase of the scientific method.
Yep.
The observation phase.
Observation.
Exactly. And Another observation, which was carried on over years, is every time that I would rest my head on my arm, whether this be, on the toilet or just sitting down, maybe in a chair, I would use my left arm to support my head. And so my hypothesis is that over years, I have kind of shaped my face in a similar way to how the Grand Canyon was formed, just slowly over time, forces being acted.
Erosion.
Yes, exactly. In my notes, I have jawline erosion experiment. And yeah, it's
Wow.
so the hypothesis is that if I then use my right arm to rest my head on from now on,
another 20 years,
then maybe I'll reset. So this has been going on probably about a week now. And
okay, well, yeah, just a little bit longer, and you should get some results.
Yeah, so far,
are you sure?
Not saying much right now.
Okay.
But over the decades,
that's surprising.
I'll let you
okay, know. Yeah, keep us posted through all channels. Yeah, I'm not sure if you've thought of this, but could this just maybe be like a case of association rather than causation? I don't know. It's just a thought.
I don't know if that's a thing. I think anytime that you find a pattern, it's pretty much guaranteed to be the cause. It's the cause.
Are you sure that maybe you prefer resting your head on that side because your hand fits more nicely into your misshapen jaw?
your skewed jaw.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could go both ways.
I'll be honest, I did consider that, but then I thought
that it was ridiculous. Or
yeah, that's to draw that conclusion would be pretty flawed, and it's probably
rather than the opposite.
I am the arbiter of my own jawline. Okay,
sure.
And so that's I hold my fate in my hands, and I will use
press
that power
against your jaw.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. So yeah, I'm hoping at the end of this, I don't know. Hopefully, I have some sort of kind of motivational book program or some sort of maybe
peer-reviewed paper.
Well, yeah, no? That's probably not going to pay the bills, though. I'm thinking some sort of health movement. Okay. I don't know, something by my
health/diet culture.
Yeah, exactly.
You are definitely pursuing a lot of different career paths at the moment.
I am, yeah. I'm putting the scientist and computer scientist.
One of them will surely pan out at this rate.
Yeah, exactly.
Just due to pure probability.
They say don't put all your eggs in one basket, and so I am spreading out my eggs.
You've spread out many baskets across many just areas.
Yeah.
You've sort of got like a whole field of baskets. In fact, you don't even have baskets. You've just got eggs, and you're sort of throwing them
exactly
all about.
Just wherever I think there might be a basket, I'm throwing it in that direction.
Oh yeah.
Have you been doing any science experiments as of late?
I don't know about science experiments unless you count my gastrointestinal initiative.
Okay.
That being No Meat Monday.
Sure. Oh, okay. Right. Of course.
Which is in a way a science experiment. It's sort of a study of my intestinal tract, and it's coming along quite nicely. We haven't talked about No Meat Monday in a while, and that's mainly because I've been succeeding for like the past month.
There you go. So struggling from success.
Yeah. That's the most accurate way to put it. I'm up to a month-long streak. Today is Monday. As you know.
I do know that.
And I did not eat any meat today, so check that box off. Right. I mean, I've still got about an hour to go, but unless I get up during the middle of our session here and just start chomping down on a T-bone, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
But yeah, today I also didn't really eat a lot at all because I was busy with work. But we had a bag of popcorn.
Okay.
We had a bowl of corn chips.
Sure.
We had We had a few. We had a banana.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
pretty healthy.
It's a pretty cohesive meal. Lots of veggies and fruits.
Yep.
Lots of corn.
So many veggies and fruits. I think I had like 2 Rice Krispie
Okay.
squares. We're gonna see how much more of this I can take.
Yeah, how much more your body can take, I think, is a more
4 weeks, man.
Yeah.
One day every week is just killing me.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know how vegetarians do it. I'm gonna be honest.
It's incredible. Yeah, it is. How they survive off of cheese and corn. It's crazy.
I don't know how they're eating popcorn every day, supplemented by Rice Krispies. But hey, more power to them.
Popcorn as much as the next vegan. Okay, but I cannot keep doing this much more.
I can't. It is unbearable.
I would say it's an interesting study of what's more important: not eating meat or I guess what's the bigger factor in affecting your health? Eating meat or eating borderline junk food as your meals?
Sure. I mean, that is it. The initiative has quickly turned into that. When I started this, I definitely thought there would be a lot more vegetables involved, but I've definitely taken a different route where rather than replacing the meat with vegetables, I've replaced it more with like cheese and carbs.
Yeah, like almost exclusively dairy and
that cannot really be any healthier. I mean, maybe it's more ethical. Maybe I don't know, actually.
I've heard corn chips are really kind of the issue with today's economy. So
it certainly doesn't seem healthier. It doesn't necessarily feel healthier either.
Yeah.
But that might just be the lack of food in general.
I gotta say, it doesn't sound healthier necessarily.
all the signs are pointing towards pretty unhealthy.
Yeah.
I did buy a lot of fruit and vegetables, which wasn't a great idea because then I went on a trip. So I didn't I got back. The banana that I ate earlier today, it was like the only good banana out of like 4 that were on the counter.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was just, not exactly genius move on my part. That has been my science experiment as of late.
Yeah. It's a good one. I mean, I think it's going to be for the better of America, is just figuring out what this whole diet thing's about, figuring out what matters, what doesn't.
My experiment is more along the lines of I've got 2 independent variables, that being amount of meat consumed in a week. Yeah. My other dependent variable being amount of sleep in a week, and my dependent variable being how many years are being cut off of the end of Brian's life when these 2 factors interact with each other. It's gonna be a big one for sure.
That paper is gonna make waves in the scientific community.
The results probably won't be out for a while, or they might be out very soon. So,
well, yeah, I mean, we'll see it at this pace. It could be, pretty quick here.
It's all dependent. You get up to anything this week?
Oh, I got up to just shenanigans on top of hijinks, on top of good times.
Any antics involved in there?
Or did you leave
those out this time?
I mean,
okay.
I'll let you decide. It was actually pretty low week, I guess. Met up with my friend Brendan, played some tennis, so that was a good time. Brendan, he left a voice memo on the pod. Dick Cheney Brendan, right, as we call him in the biz.
Yeah.
So that was a good time. Got quite a sunburn by my standards.
Okay.
I'm not one that sunburns easily. Which is, I realize somewhat of a flex in the white community, but I gotta say this one took me by surprise. It was like 70 degrees out, so it's like I can't burn. Like we're good.
Sure.
Now it was between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., so it was kind of that high noon. But I don't think that's even the peak of the sun, really. I mean, I don't think so. But anyway, yeah. So got bit of a sunburn, got a little red nose action. It really brought me back to my.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I was wondering how that happened.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how clear it was coming through on the Be Real on the camera. And I don't really know how noticeable it was to other people, but to me it was quite noticeable. So
I hadn't noticed until you pointed it out, and then I thought it was hilarious. So
okay, good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, we had a little Rudolph action, but yeah, basically I was wearing sunglasses, so that made a pretty defined line on the nose. Anyways,
it's funny you mentioned the sunburn.
Yeah.
I also got pretty sunburnt just this weekend.
Yeah, you got up to some antics, from what I know.
Oh yeah, antics, hijinks, everything in between.
Sure.
Everything in between those words in the dictionary.
So
we did.
Yeah. It was awful.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in pain.
It was beautiful.
I actually was putting on some aloe vera before we got on the pod, because not that it was necessarily hurting, but it was more like what's the word? A preemptive vera.
Preemptive strike. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
It was a preemptive strike on my skin.
Yeah.
Which is to say, I was actually trying to protect my skin.
Well,
or rather lessen the damage of what had already been done if I had just protected it in the first place.
Yeah, it seems like a post-emptive strike at best. It seems like sunscreen would have been a preemptive strike. But
that is definitely true.
Whatever.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
So last episode we talked about how I was going down to Kansas City. I did do that.
Yeah.
That is what happened. And hey, sun shines everywhere, apparently, including in Kansas City. So I brought sunscreen. I actually got it right here.
No way.
Sunscreen.
Ooh,
SPF
big
50.
NOAD Sport 50. Yeah.
Yep.
Sponsor the
Quality
pod.
sun care since 1962.
That's a lot of years.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in my experience. I think that ended this year. So.
The problem is I didn't bring it to either of the things I went to.
Okay.
So first day, Saturday, we went to Worlds of Fun. Yeah. That is an amusement park near there.
Sure.
Talk a little bit more about that in a second.
Uh-huh. But
second day, so that day, actually, let's backtrack. I'm going to talk more about it now, actually.
Okay, sure. I mean, it's been a second, so you're legally allowed.
Forgot to bring the sunscreen. So instead, I co-opt some of my friend's sunscreen. So
sure.
It's, his is a spray-on kind. I'm more of a lotion, sort of sunscreen lotion man myself.
All right.
To each their own.
Yeah.
But put that sunscreen on. I don't burn, I'm protected. Mm-hmm. The next day, though, we're going to a baseball game. Kansas City Royals. Might have heard of him.
Royals v. Dodgers.
Royals v. Dodgers. Yep.
Very nice.
And also forgot my sunscreen. And that time he did not have his with him. So I burned quite a bit. And we were actually on the third level, exposed directly to the sun. So
sure. That's why they call it the nosebleeds.
My skin is quite red. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that.
It's got
a little
some,
red.
Got a little pigment in there for sure.
If it does justice here.
I think it does justice. Yeah. It's Judge Judy.
I don't know if you can see, but it is so bad. Yeah.
And that's after Vera. That's AV. Which is that's saying something.
Exactly. So yeah, just put on a little aloe to try to lessen the pain. Although, like I said, I wasn't really in pain, but I feel like I might have been. I didn't want to start the pod and then start being really uncomfortable.
Yeah, that would not have been good. That would have been really dragged down the quality of this episode. That would have been bad. But said aloe.
Anyway.
And got in there. Very nice.
Yeah. Hopefully something comes out of this. And I'm hoping it's not skin cancer, rather like some sort of tan.
Sure. That is the hope. I feel
like would be the more ideal outcome out of those two scenarios.
That's my big hope, honestly. I pretty rarely apply sunscreen. And it's kind of a Jack be nimble kind of situation. That's not what I want, but it's one of those fairy tales. That I can't really remember Boy Who Cried Wolf, maybe, but the opposite. Anyway, because I'm not getting short-term pain now. Well, I guess I've started getting a little sunburn, but it doesn't incentivize me to wear sunscreen, which I could very well see biting me in the skin moving forward.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I just hate sunscreen. I really don't like it.
Okay.
I maybe I just need to find the right one for me. I've been doing quite a lot of sunscreen dating, but nothing has been coming up so far. But no, it's just the smell of it. I think it smells so bad. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, it's not great. If you don't like the smell of sunscreen, the smell of aloe is even worse. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, that is also.
This stuff is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It is. It looks kind of cool though. It looks kind of radioactive.
Oh yeah, it looks. Oh yeah, it looks awesome.
It looks.
That's kind of why I.
That's why I got it.
It looks like. Yeah, I mean, it definitely had that sort of catch the eye appeal.
Yeah. Exactly. That's a little bit of a darker aloe than I'm used to. I'm used to a more radioactive green.
Well, I'm sure that there's some. Maybe mine is missing the green 5 or something.
Sure, yeah.
Actually, looking at it, it's got yellow 5 and blue 1.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not as much as the ones you're familiar with.
Yeah.
It seems to be working well. I'm not in any discomfort, but I don't know if I would have been if I hadn't put it on either. So maybe a placebo effect.
Seems like a pretty flawed scientific experiment, and that's coming from someone who knows scientific experiments.
I literally had no control. I should have done like one arm, no aloe, other arm, just as much aloe as I could. If we wanted an actual hypothesis.
Yeah. Here's my question. What if you put on aloe instead of sunscreen? What would happen then? Because if aloe kind of repairs sun damage, why not just repair it right away? You know what I'm saying? And I think that is how aloe works. And I know aloe. So no, I don't actually know how it works, but
I don't know. Reading the back of this, it doesn't say anything about applying prior to a. I mean, it does say maybe use as a daily moisturizer.
Seriously?
I don't think I would ever do that. This stuff smells awful.
Yeah, I'll stick to the stuff that Bath and Body Works or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no kidding.
They got actually good smelling stuff there.
But apply generously.
Yeah.
Use. It says use daily, mate. I think this is an Australian brand. Oh, Australian brand.
Or at least they're wannabes. I don't know. They're like.
No, it says yeah.
It says made in Australia.
It says Australian gold on the front.
Well, that doesn't mean anything. If it's not made in Australia, then it's not Australian. That's what I've got to say about that.
Yeah, it says made in the USA. What's up with that?
Well, there you go. I guess if they're headquartered, maybe it still counts, but they just want to think they're like, who has really bad sun protection? The Aussies. So you get what they have and you'll be good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Did you have any complaints about Kansas City or any reviews, any boastings? I feel like I'm kind of your gateway to Kansas City, given that, I don't know, I live here and you were visiting, something like that. So if there's any
my gateway drug,
any issues that you had other than the sunscreen that maybe I could get taken care of before your next visit, then I can see what I can do.
It's funny you mentioned that. I wasn't even going to talk about this on the podcast, but to air my grievances to you wasn't necessarily, it actually didn't even happen to me. We took 2 cars because there were 7 of us, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 of us.
Good group.
So in the car that I wasn't in, they got, I don't even remember the specifics, but they were driving, stopped at a stop sign. We're about to go. Somebody almost hit them, then drove after them and brake checked them and got out of their car, and we're coming towards them, and then my friend just drove away.
No way.
So if you could get that figured out, that would be great.
Well, it sounds like your friends were probably in the wrong then, because the Kansas City drivers wouldn't have anything.
It does seem like that when I told the story.
Yeah, it does.
I don't actually know what happened, but It sounded bad.
That does sound bad. When you put it that way, it sounds bad.
Yeah. I wonder
That,
if I could think of a better way where it just sounds pretty normal, but I can't. So
yeah, there was kind of just a traffic issue that they were trying to get resolved, and that's how it sounds like to
in a
me.
face-to-face manner.
And then your friends really kind of did like the equivalent of a hit and run, but without the hit.
Sure.
That's kind of what it sounds like.
And a lot of the running.
Yeah. So it's not great.
Yeah, something like that. That was on the way to Worlds of Fun.
Sure.
So
oh, well.
That would have put a huge damper on our Worlds of Fun.
Yeah.
We probably would have only had like continents of fun.
At best. Yeah.
Yeah.
And cities of fun at worst.
The Worlds of Fun, okay, I will say this. This isn't necessarily, this is just me being critical, but not in a bad way. It more as a way of, I want them to get better. I want Worlds of Fun to succeed because it has a special place in my heart. That was kind of the amusement park my family would always go to.
Yeah.
When we were younger. So this is constructive criticism on my end from a lifelong visitor.
Yeah, a lifelong Walter.
Listen, Worlds of Fun, you don't hold a candle to Cedar Point. I got to be honest. It's not even close.
Okay, let me ask you this though. First of all, was it in Ohio? No, so we got that going for it. Second of all,
very true.
Second of all, how many rides were broken down while you were there?
That is a very good point that you bring up. Only one ride was broken down for about like an hour maybe, and it was broken down while we were in line for a different ride. So
our rides work, Cedar Point. Okay, take that.
Sure.
Take that.
Sure. Yeah. That is a very good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, you didn't. You didn't.
My main complaint is just the lack of roller coaster rides, it seems like. I don't know if when I was younger, the place just seemed a lot bigger. I assume that's what it was. But walking around as a 20-year-old, felt like I was doing like laps around like my middle school like track.
Whoa. 400 meters.
So I feel like they need to expand a little. Maybe add in some new coasters. But the ones that are there that are definitely fine.
The other thing that I'll say, and I'll throw that out there, not really knowing what Cedar Point has to offer, but you did mention this. Does Cedar Point have a water park?
Yeah, they do. I think. We didn't go there. So I can't. I've been to Oceans of Fun.
Yeah.
We did not go to Oceans of Fun this time.
Well,
mainly because I'm not a fan of water parks at all.
All right. Well,
the thing about water parks is I don't know. Like water parks.
What's the deal with water parks?
What's the deal with water? Where's all this water coming from?
Yeah.
You got Lake Mead drying up and you're using water for your water. Okay.
Yeah.
The actual issue is it's so boring. Like you need to get some excitement in your slides or your rides. Like when I think water park, I want to think of water rides. Take the water rides out of the amusement park and put them in the water park.
I see. Yeah, like a little Fury of the Nile.
Get a whole park of water rides.
Yeah,
that'd
makes
be
sense.
Way more fun than the lame stuff that they're pushing over at Oceans of Fun. Hello, everybody. It's minute 39, and welcome to the 3 a.m. radio show. We have a special treat for you today. Nathan Gentry is going to be performing the hit single, I Want It That Way.
You are my fire, the one desire, believe when I say I want it that way. But we are two worlds apart. Can't reach to your and you say that I want it that way. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why it ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. There you go.
Now back to our regularly scheduled podcast. I didn't realize that Worlds of Fun and Cedar Point are owned by the same company. You learn something new every day.
There you go.
I learned that while I was there.
Is it owned? It's owned by Cedar Point, right? Cedar Point Entertainment or something like that.
Cedar Fair or something.
Cedar Fair, yeah. That's my bad. That's my bad. I'll own up to that. Look, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and you miss some of the shots that you do take. So. Sure. That's on me.
And we're missing a lot of shots.
Yeah, I'm batting about 0.
We're taking a lot of shots and we're missing a lot of them.
On the shots that I do take, it's not looking great.
Speaking of taking shots and hitting balls, I don't know, baseball.
Okay.
At the Royals game. Yeah, like you said, it was Royals versus Dodgers. Mm-hmm. At the game. I don't follow baseball very much at all. Yeah. But I knew, oh my gosh, I just saw lightning strike outside my window.
Whoa.
And it seemed like it was close.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the thunder.
I don't think it was very close then. If you have enough time to say, it seemed like that was pretty close before it hits, then you're probably.
I'm pretty sure sound travels faster than light.
Yeah. Yeah, at least. I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, I don't follow baseball very much, but even I knew that the Royals kind of suck right now, like a lot.
Yes, that is correct.
And the Dodgers
pretty
don't
good.
Suck. Like at all.
Kind of the best team in baseball right now. So
yeah, and they actually got destroyed by the Royals at this game.
Seriously?
4-0.
Okay.
Royals won.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, that makes
it was. Yeah. It was up 3. They were up 3-0. And then I believe, I don't remember exactly who, somebody hit a home run for it, made it 4-0.
That's exciting.
At that point, it was over. No, there were like 2 more innings.
Oh, okay.
Basically over.
Yeah. How does that work?
But yeah, it was very surprising. Didn't expect them to win, so that was cool.
That is shocking.
Especially, I mean, they pulled out all the stops for us.
They did. Yeah.
Which we appreciate.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, we did express our gratitude there. Yeah.
Wow. Do you actually not hear the thunder?
I heard something there.
It is loud. Like, I didn't even realize it was supposed to storm tonight. Hey, that's on me. I said we should record pretty late.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was going to be warm. Maybe it is warm.
It still can be, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're not mutually exclusive, but oh no, it's raining.
Oh, and it's raining. Turns out. Yes. I'm a big local news guy, so I could have told you that it was coming, but I didn't, mostly because I didn't think about it.
Local news, but you're in Kansas City, so.
Yeah, but we get up there.
Okay.
We expand.
When I say local news, I mean like locales all around the country. That's what I mean.
Yeah. When I say locales all around the country, I mean the country. I'm just watching national news. That's what
I watch national. Yeah, Good Morning America. I'm all here for it.
Yeah, exactly. I used to be a huge World News Tonight kind of guy. Way back when it was like
sure,
Charles something. Like that was my dude when I was in elementary school. And then he retired.
That is my guy.
I was pretty heartbroken, to be honest. But
yeah,
David Muir's done all right.
David Muir,
Diane Sawyer in the middle of that. So she did well and did her time. I think my favorite. They usually have
good stories.
What's that?
They usually have good stories.
They do. And I think my favorite part
I don't know
of
how they come up with that stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. They say life imitates art, and turns out a lot of the things that they kind of cover end up happening in real life. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is weird.
But I think my favorite part of that is at the end of the program, they have some sort of piece, they kind of wrap it up all nice and tidy, and this, and Amanda will be, is whatever.
Whoa, I don't get it.
Let's say,
did this actually happen?
No. Well, yes and no. It's basically they
This
have
seems pretty
these,
unprofessional for national news.
and Amanda, you
do you. Thank
you, boo. And
until next
We'll
time.
see you next week. Well, okay, that's kind of what I'm getting at. They'll have this piece. Let's say it's on this woman that swum. Oh no.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
On this woman that swam from France to England or something like that, and then. So they'll do that piece, and as they're closing down for the night, they'll make some sort of like pseudo witty comment, and they'll be like, and Amanda, you'll be swimming all around our hearts. You go, girl. And
nice.
For us here at ABC News, have a great night. That's my favorite part, is figuring out how they're going to segue from the last piece to the goodbye. That's my favorite part.
My favorite part is, I guess it doesn't happen every time, but when there are like breaking stories, breaking events,
sure,
it seems like they'll say one thing, they'll say like breaking news, like just in, and then they'll say whatever happened, then they'll cut to a break, come back, and then say the same thing that they said before they went to break.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like I understand why you do that, but at the same time I hate it because I already know what you said.
Yeah.
Like, can you get to the next thing?
Yeah, it's well, they say that because they're taking a break in between each piece. So it's like we're going to be breaking in between this news. That's why it's called breaking news. Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why the mainstream media is dying, frankly, is because people are fed up with that type of content. They're like, I'm just going to go on social media. Reason, yeah, exactly. So, good luck to them.
One thing I forgot to mention about Kansas City.
Yeah.
I bought a new hat.
Oh, okay.
At the Royal Stadium.
Yeah, I think I saw this in your Be Real, maybe. If it was a blue Royals hat, then I saw it.
It was a blue Royals hat.
Okay, sure.
But it's not the one that you think.
Okay.
I got you. I knew that would fool some people.
I got you.
Which is why I did it. Okay. I'm going to grab it because it's right here. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay. I'll entertain them.
Don't miss me. Don't miss me too much.
Yeah, they won't. And okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, Ryan is gone now. Thankfully, it looks like he's. Oh, and he's back. All right, this isn't. Well, it was good. It was good while it lasted.
All right, I didn't really think this through. I don't know how I'm gonna really put this on right.
Okay.
But this is.
Oh, the drip.
This is the hat.
That's pretty nice.
It's got a little Royals crown on it. But the reason I mention it is because, you saw a hat. That was the hat I came to Kansas City with.
Sure.
When I was in the stadium, I was like, I kind of want a new hat. This one's a little old and it doesn't fit super well. Mm-hmm. So I got that hat, wore it during the game. My friend, though, he did not come with a hat. Like I said, it was super hot, sun beating down. I was like, hey, you want to wear my old hat? I just handed it to him.
Yeah. So I'm kind of a big baller right now. So
it's like, she didn't come here with 2 hats.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amateur.
Yeah.
So I let him use my hat. I never got it back.
What?
I don't know.
And that hat is gone forever. He still
has it or what?
He's like, he's got 2 hats.
To be fair, I didn't remind him to give it back to me.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know if I'm ever going to see it again.
Yeah. Well, that's.
But thankfully, I got a nice new hat to. It's right over there. Just put it over there.
Yeah, hardly missing that old one. Well, I mean, I figured, he was like, he's kind of in the top 1% of hats right now. So I don't think he's gonna, I'll just tax
trickle
that
down
off.
hats.
Yeah, exactly.
Trickle down headwear.
Exactly. So that's probably what he was thinking. Just he didn't know it was gonna be
fair
alone.
enough. Fair enough. I really didn't clarify the terms of the deal when I made it.
Yeah.
I sort of just handed the hat. I said, "Hey, do you want to wear this?" And maybe he thought that meant forever.
That's fun though. There's nothing better than a good baseball game. You know what I'm saying?
It's the American pastime. I think that's a quote somewhere.
No, I feel like I really do feel like going to a baseball game is like, that's nice. Like I don't really watch on TV all that much, but going to a game, there's something special about that.
Sure. I feel like, I definitely enjoyed it. I don't know that I would go to like a baseball game every week. It's something like once every couple of months, I think I would enjoy.
Sure.
This game in particular was pretty fun just because I was with some friends.
Sure.
And it had an unexpected ending, a little twist.
Yeah.
Which is always nice.
Yeah, you can't write that up.
No,
that's exciting. I tell you what I just said that I don't really watch it on TV, which is true for the major leagues. But what I have been really getting into as of late is the Little League World Series. I don't know if you're
World Series.
If you're a frequenter. Yep. We've just had.
I don't watch it, but I've been hearing about it.
Oh, there's a lot to hear about.
Shaking up the regions.
It's been a lot of moving and shaking. Unfortunately, Missouri did not move on to the Little League World Series. Lost to Iowa, so that's really a loss for everyone. But anyway, I have really been enjoying it. One of my favorite parts of it is that you get to see these players. These are, like the future major leaguers. Some of these kids will grow up, they'll be in the MLB, but you get to see them before they've developed a control over their emotions. So you watch these games, and as soon as anything starts to go wrong, it's really a battle out there on the emotional battlefield of the game, just as far as bats being pounded into the ground, kids on the verge of tears.
Yep.
Just slumped body posture, kind of head down. One of my favorite ones was there was just the championship for the Little League Softball World Series, like yesterday or something. And this team from Texas, they're losing. They're down like 0-3. Things aren't looking good. And so this first baseman is like really, really looking down. But they've got this like kind of thing that they do. They've got this like after an out or something, they'll go up to each other and they'll make a little circle with their hands. I don't know. It's difficult to describe. I don't really know what they're doing, but anyway, so she's defeated emotionally, but she's still doing this kind of activity, team building activity. So it was
nice.
It got me there. But anyway,
maybe they're making an O for out. That's the only thing I can think of. That might be it.
But anyway, they did end up winning the actual championship. So
nice. Did she still look sad after that?
She believe it or not, she did not actually.
Oh,
she fought through. But anyway, that's just been a treat because you're watching. It's like, what are you doing? You're down by one, or you just struck out. Like that's just one part of the game. I do say though, I relate heavily to this. I was never good enough to be in the Little League World Series, but did play some rec baseball in my younger years. And I mean, that was pretty prevalent in my time on the diamond. Just as
striking out.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Striking out and being upset emotionally.
Hitting the bat against the ground. Like, unbelievable.
Exactly. Just being kind of
a menace. That a strike, ump?
A menace on the field.
Yeah. You're chewing out the ump. Asking him about the box. Yeah.
Exactly. Also just like falling apart on the mound as far as just like not being able to throw any strikes and then being like, will I ever throw a strike again? I don't know.
No.
But anyway, I do. It really struck a chord with me, just as far as like this takes me back. This takes me back.
You're a true empath.
Yeah, you know, I am. I like to relate to others, but I feel like part of that being upset, at least in my experience, is feeling like if I act upset, it kind of signals to other people that I care about the game. You know, it's like, he knows he did bad there, so now we won't.
I'm not emotional. I'm just passionate.
Yeah,
it's just passion.
Exactly.
It's not loss of control. It's just too much passion.
Exactly. It's like
overflowing.
Oh, I care passion. So much. Dang it.
This game is so important to me. I think maybe you need to bring some of that passion to these MLB players, because one of the Dodgers left fielders was out there checking his phone in the middle of the game.
No, what?
Seriously, he pulled. The pitcher's getting ready to pitch, and this guy's pulling out his phone. I guess he was going through Twitter or something. He was scrolling.
Are you for real?
Like, what does he do? I'm not kidding. I'm seriously not kidding. I saw him do it at least twice.
I didn't even know that was legal. I didn't know you could have a phone out there. That feels like it should be illegal.
It certainly does.
Like you could be like receiving communications from whoever. Sure.
Yeah.
That's wow. That is bizarre. He's on TikTok. He's making a.
He's like, what's up? On the field right now.
Yeah.
Watch this guy strike out.
Exactly.
He thankfully wasn't while like the ball was in the air, but that would have been pretty funny.
That would have been good.
Classic
I cannot
dandelions.
Wait. Yeah, exactly. Wow. Exactly. How did this guy get this far with this? Yeah, that is exciting. I mean, I feel like I would
just like to see a little more passion.
Yeah, I mean,
in the sport,
I think everyone
feels like people lost their soul.
Exactly. That's why Little League is so great.
Lost their love of the game.
You won't see these little leaguers.
They need to watch Field of Dreams.
Exactly.
It's a great baseball ghost movie.
The other big thing that the Little League World Series does that kind of sets it apart from the MLB, is they ask, you know, when the people are up to bat, whatever, they ask people their favorites. Lots of favorite questions, kind of icebreaker style. And so one of these is like favorite food, and this guy responds filet mignon, and I'm like, I don't know about that one. Like, look, I'm not gonna dock filet mignon. Like, yeah, it's good. No, it's good.
It is. Yeah, it's good.
It's tasty, but it's like, really? Like, that's
is it your favorite food?
Like that, it feels like you're posturing there. It's like, yeah, I've had filet mignon. That's basically how he answered that.
It's a close race between filet mignon and lobster bisque.
Yeah.
But I totally forgot about the crab that I was having too. But I'm gonna have to go with the filet mignon. That's gotta be my favorite food.
I'm a big surf and turf guy.
I have that more. I have that more than the other ones. So
exactly. It's like, he's like, I've had filet mignon, and I'm gonna talk about that.
It was good, so it's not my favorite food.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, I mean, I don't want to rail on this kid too hard.
I will.
The other favorite that I enjoyed particularly was in the softball side of things. Favorite song, "Turn My Swag On," which I was not expecting that. This, of course, Soulja Boy, 2000s era.
Sure.
I'm glad to see that it's continued on its legacy into the, these kids are like 10, 11, 12 is the official age range,
sure.
I think. And Soulja Boy, he's still making an impact all these years later. So
he's been making. It seems like he's made at least 3 comebacks now.
Okay.
Seems like he's always disappearing and then coming back.
Exactly.
Every like 2 or 3we years.
Yeah, he's like.
Seems like we're due for a resurgence any day now.
He's like a cicada in that sense. He's kind of periodic.
A new wave of Soulja Boys.
I didn't think about it when I said it, but I did get hit by a cicada. I got into a bit of an altercation.
Okay.
Actually,
at our top.
At our last, well, hard to say. It was kind of a hit and run.
It was a bit of a draw.
Yeah, exactly. I did kind of tie with the cicada this week, so tough to say. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave it up to the judges on that one. But anyway,
the impartial arbiter.
Yeah.
Yep.
This took place at the actually at the final of my volleyball game. So final of the
during the game.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, wow. That seems like some foul play.
It does.
Maybe.
It does. Yeah. I called off the point. Said we got to redo that.
Hey,
I had to
who put the cicada here.
I had to throw some hands real quick.
I know you guys put this over here.
Well, you say put it over here, but it's really more like they had someone in the upper deck with a slingshot, because this thing came in red hot.
Oh, pretty fast.
Yeah. So basically, this is actually in between points. So luckily, it wasn't that much. It did rattle me a little bit, but
sure.
Anyway, it's in between points. I'm having a good time. We're having a good time. Yep. We're losing. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Simply vibing.
But anyway, yeah. So I'm standing there, and all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I start seeing something kind of dark come toward me.
Oh.
And yeah, it's coming in fast.
You think you're hallucinating because it's hot out, and you're like, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I didn't really have time to even process what was going on before it ran into my arm. I tried to dodge, didn't make it. But yeah, it was a hit. He made contact. And then just as soon as he was there, he flew off again. So
whoa.
I
didn't even get time to get his insurance either.
Yeah, exactly. I filed a police report, but they're saying they're having a hard time finding him. But anyway, so as far as I know, it was a cicada. It was one of the more jarring experiences I've had.
Did you lose the game, or did you win?
We did lose. Yes, lost.
Oh, you did.
Well, I tied with the cicada, but I lost against the other team. So that's kind of how things worked out.
That's unfortunate.
It was.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I am too.
Did you cry?
Well, jury's still out on that one.
Okay.
Officially, no. But,
the impartial arbiter says that water was shed, but they're not sure if it was tears.
Yeah. If my car could talk, it would say yes, but everyone else there wouldn't necessarily think so.
Yeah. Thankfully, that Tesla update is not out yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Nathan, I was actually watching a TV show the other day.
Okay.
And a character in the show, I was kind of half paying attention, half working on some other stuff. This character in the show says it's 3 a.m. in the freaking morning. And that sort of perked up my ears. I turned back and rewinded 30 seconds to find out what was going on. Yeah. And I think that's the effect of our podcast, where people don't really listen. They hear something we say, ears perked up, rewind 30 seconds, say, what are they talking about? That makes no sense. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully you don't need to rewind too much for the outro. But if you did and you enjoyed what you heard during that session of rewinding, please go ahead and leave a review, drop a comment, a like, a star or 2 or 5. And we will see you in episode 12. Maybe we should leave something in at minute 39.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's record that now.
Just whenever it hits minute 39, just interrupt whatever we're talking about, and just what would we even put in there?
I just need to sing some country real quick. Sorry about that.
Hey, maybe you can do a song for minute 39.
Actually, yeah. Could be a little karaoke action.